I'll chant a prayer in Sanskrit. शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Welcome to the afternoon satsang. Probably this is the 6th satsang I am conducting. And the topic for this satsang is given by Surya as 12th chapter of Gita. We have been talking a lot and there is whole life to talk about. The talking is lost in the air usually unless you learn something. And my mind is always on learning. That whatever little you learn, it always helps you, it goes with you. And whatever you listen, you may remember or it may be lost. Because it's hard to practice everything or to listen to each and every word. Therefore, I believe in learning. If there is any joy in this world, then I feel that is the joy of learning. When you know a lot, when you learn a lot, then you feel that you are fulfilled. You feel that you are full because something is with you. It stays with you. And other things get lost, forgotten. Therefore, I would like you to learn a little from Gita. The 12th chapter of Gita is the topic today, but I would like you to learn a little. I'll give you some dictation, means I'll give you the spellings, then you go with me. Because if you learn something, I'm sure that you can be helped a lot. Now, say and write both. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha.
Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha.
Om Shri Narayanaya Namaha.
Om Shri
Write it down.
Narayana Namaha.
Write and speak both. Write and speak both. I'll stop for you. First, I said Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Philosophy I have explained many times that when you initiate anything, you should say Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, so that all kinds of happiness, auspiciousness and welfare shower upon you. Om Shri Narayanaya Namaha. Om Shri Narayanaya Namaha. Om Shri Madhavaya Namaha. Madhavaya. Madhavaya. Madhavaya Namaha. Namaha. Nama means I salute, I bow down, I offer my homage. Om Shri Keshwaya Namaha. Keshwaya, Keshwaya, Keshwaya Namah. What you have written? Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Narayanaya Namaha. Om Shri Madhavaya Namaha. Om Shri Keshwaya Namaha. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Om Shri Param Atmane Namaha. Om Shri Param Atmane Namaha. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Right. Atha, Atha, ATHA. Dwadasho, DWAA, DASHO. Dwadasho. Adhyayah, ADHYAAYAH. अथ द्वादशो अध्यायः. नेक्स्ट लाइन. अर्जुन उवाच. अर्जुन उवाच. UVAACHA. Arjun, you know, everybody knows Arjun. Arjuna uvacha. Now we begin the first shlok of Gita. Evam satatayuktaye. Say it after me. Evam satatayuktaye. Evam satatayuktaye. Evam satatayuktaye. Bhaktastvam. 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 Paryupasate. Paryupasate. Evam satatayuktaye. Bhaktastvam. Paryupasate. Ye chapyaksharam. Ye chapyaksharam. Avyaktam. Avyaktam. Tesham ke. Yogavittamaha. Tesham ke. Yogavittamaha. Okay, now you write in 2 lines. I'll give you the spellings. Evam, EVAM. 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 Next word, satat. SATAT. Underline T's. Means like French pronunciation. Ta. Satat. Yukta. YUKTAA. Underline T. Yukta. Ye. YE. Bhaktastvam. BHA. No, same line. BHAKTAAS hyphen TWAAM. Underline T's. Bhaktastvam. Last word of the line, Paryupasate. Paryupasate. Full stop. Now read it with me. Evam satatayuktaye, evam satatayuktaye, bhaktastvam paryupasate, bhaktastvam paryupasate, evam satatayuktaye, evam satatayuktaye, bhaktastvam paryupasate, bhaktastvam paryupasate, evam satatayuktaye, bhaktastvam paryupasate, evam satatayuktaye, bhaktastvam paryupasate, evam satatayuktaye, bhaktastvam paryupasate. Next line. Ye, Y-E. Chapyaksharam, CHAA hyphen PYA KSHA RAM hyphen avyaktam AVYAKTAM underline T comma tesham TESHAAM underline T. Next word KE. Next word yoga YOGA. Continue vittamaha VITTAMAAHA underline the T. Vittamaha. Now read it with me. Ye chapyaksharam avyaktam tesham ke yog vittamaha. Chapyaksharam. It is two words, cha plus api, but I didn't break it because we should read it like this. Ye chapyaksharam avyaktam, ye chapyaksharam avyaktam, ye chapyaksharam avyaktam, ye chapyaksharam avyaktam. Somebody is there outside. They are going back. Shama is there? Ye chapyaksharam avyaktam. You can read avyaktam or mavyaktam. It should be read as mavyaktam, but the word is avyaktam. Ye chapyaksharam avyaktam. Ye chapyaksharam avyaktam. Yeah, put a comma near R and read the ma with vyak. Reading, because reading is different. When you try to understand how many words are joined together, then you have to be different. Ye chapyaksharam avyaktam. Tesham ke yoga vittamaha. Tesham ke
Tesham te
Yogavittamaha.
Yogavittamaha.
Okay. Now I think you should give numbers to all the words 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that, and write down the meaning by giving only numbers. Underneath you write meaning, word meaning. But I wanted you to write in a line so that you read in a line, not like word meaning. Okay, evam means thus. Don't write at the line, write down at the bottom, new lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, you write word meaning. You can use more paper. You have more paper, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, put it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, like word meaning you write. Evam means thus, satat means continuous, yukta means united, ye means those or these, bhaktaha became bhaktas, bhaktaha means devotees, tvam, if you have not given number then give A, B, like 7A, 7B. Tvam means you. Paryupasate means worship. Ye means these or they, those. Cha means and. Chapya means cha api means and also. Cha means and, api means also. There is no api there, but chapya and also. Aksharam means indestructible, non-destroyable, indestructible. Avyaktam, unmanifested. Tesham, among those. Ke means who. Yog Vittamaha. Yog means yog, Vittamaha means expert or possessed or enlightened. Yoga Vittamaha, experts in yoga. Yoga Vittamaha means experts of yoga or expert in yoga. Arjuna Uvacha was the first word. Uvacha means spoke. Arjun means Arjun, the character, the person. Arjun was born at the time of Krishna, but I feel and believe that you are the Arjun. The higher self is the Krishna, and Arjun is the lower mind, or the Jiva, the person within you, who always wants to know something. Arjun always was a good inquirer, a good student, and in that form Arjun is living even today, that we should be a good student of life. We are here to learn a book known as life. Gita means the book of life. The book of Gita is a book of life, though it is named as book of song or songs of God. Yesterday or some day you were watching songs of God, means what is chanted by God. But to me, Gita means a book of life. Arjun was a good student, and our mind is a good student. It wants to know more and more, or it should be one-pointed like Arjun. It should have sharp concentration as Arjun had. The Arjun's quality was the power of concentration. He was able to concentrate in such a way that he excelled all others. Then those who have ability to concentrate more than others, they excel others. This is the way to live in life. You will always excel others when you have power of concentration. And Arjun means the power of concentration. Or a good student. Evam, I have explained other. In this passage or verse means that Arjuna spoke to Krishna. He addressed to Krishna. He said that I see that there are many devotees in this world who are continuously worshipping you. They love you. They worship you all the time. Satata yuktaye. They are always united with you. They are always worshipping you or remembering you. And they worship you. Paryupasate means they worship you. Bhakta means devotees. Swam means you. There are millions and thousands of people. They worship God every day and they are united in their mind with God or trying to unite. Nevertheless, in the second line he says that nevertheless, cha api means nevertheless. There are other people who believe that there is no need to worship you. You are indestructible. You are unmanifest. Avyaktam. You would never become solid or liquid. You are beyond solid liquid. You are unmanifest energy and indestructible energy. And thus many people worship you or meditate upon you. Could you please tell me that which one are the best? Who are right? In other words, who is right? Those who worship you daily, every day, or those who just know you or they worship you in other form which is non-manifest, eternal, cosmic, or which cannot be seen. It means there are two kinds of worshippers. One who worship God in some form, either picture or statue or sound or mantras or many other forms. And there are others who just meditate on something else which has no form, which is eternal. Among these two, who is the best or who is right? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. You write it. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Shri Shri Bhagavan BhagavanUvacha. Bhagavan Uvacha. Uvacha means spoke or said. Bhagavan means God. Bhagavan, it is a general term for God. It doesn't mean who, Krishna or Christ or Ram or somebody, just Bhagavan. Bhagavan means God. Shri, I have explained in the morning session that it brings all auspiciousness. It is a kind of mantra. Mayyavesha mano ye mam. Could you repeat? Mayyavesha mano ye mam. Again. Mayyavesha mano ye mam. Nitya yukta upasate. Nitya yukta upasate. Mayyavesha mano ye mam. Nitya yukta upasate. Mayyavesha mano ye mam. Nitya yukta upasate. Shraddhaya parayopetaste. Shraddhaya parayopetaste. Shraddhaya parayopetaste. Shraddhaya parayopetaste. में युक्त तमा मताः मे युक्ततमा मताः श्रद्धया परयोपेतास्ते मे युक्ततमा मताः मय्यावेश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया उपतास्ते उपेतास्ते में युक्त तमा मताः. Now it will be joined together. मय्यावेश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेतास्ते मे युक्ततमा मताः मय्यावेश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेतास्ते श्रद्धया परयोपेतास्ते श्रद्धया परयोपेतास्ते मे युक्ततमा मताः मे युक्ततमा मताः मय्यावेश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेतास्ते मे युक्ततमा मताः. Okay, have you written? I'm giving you spelling. This is new, but something learning new exercises your mind. Brain gets some exercise and it helps. One should always learn something new, because then you scratch your brain, you exercise your brain, and it improves. Now, meaning, Shri means auspiciousness or good things. Bhagwan means God. Uvacha means spoke. Mayyavesha is two words. May avesha. May means me, in me. Avesha means to enter, to unite. Yeah, you have to follow your spelling. Mayyavesha. I'm breaking those two words, because there are two words joined together becomes Mayyavesha. May means me, Avesha means enter or unite. Mano means mind. Ye means these or these. Ma means me or to me. Nitya means daily. Yukta means to unite. Upasate means to worship. Did you get all? Mai means me, Avesha means unite, Mano means mind, Ye means these, Ma means to me, Nitya means daily, Yukta means united, Upasate means worship. Shraddhaya means with devotion. Paryopetaha, Paryopetaha, Paryopetas means to worship well. Te means they. Te means they. Me means me. Yukta means united. Yukta Tama. Tama means better. Yukta Tama means better united. Mataha means opinion. My opinion. Lord said, or Krishna said, that in my opinion, those who worship with devotion and thus unite themselves with me, they are better. So it means those who love me and worship me with all their mind are better. They deposit their mind into me. Enter their mind into me means they penetrate me with their love, with their worship. They enter their mind in me, they unite their mind with me, and thus they unite with me daily or continuously, and thus they worship me. I think those who worship me with love, they are better yogis. Yukta Tama Mataha. Yukta means united. Yukta Tama means better united. They are better yogis or worshippers. Okay. We'll read both the verses together. Arjuna Uvacha.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Evam Satata Yuktaye.
Evam Satatayuktaye.
Bhaktastvam Paryupasate.
Bhaktasvam Paripasate.
Ye Chapyaksharam Avyaktam.
Ye Chapyaksharam Vyaktam.
Ye Chapyaksharam Avyaktam.
Ye Chapyaksharam Vyaktam.
Tesham ke yogavittamaha. Tesham ke yogavittamaha. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Mayyaveshya mano ye mam.
Maya Yeshvara
Nitya yukta upasate.
Nityayukta Upasate.
Shraddhaya parayopetaste.
Shraddhaya Pariyopetaste.
Me yukta tamamataha. Okay, you will recite it yourself. That's why I gave you in writing, so that you can recite. And the meaning also you should understand. When you recite, you should go with the meaning also. The feeling should also be there. That Lord Arjun is a good student. Probably you remember the stories of Arjun. Anybody knows the stories of Arjun? Arjun? Who knows Arjun? Shama, you know? No, you have to know who was Arjun. Because when you say Arjun, then all the qualities of Arjun come to your mind. That you have to be like Arjun. One who is a Arjun, he is a good disciple. Then I'll tell you to prepare your mind. Because this is how mind is prepared. The message is given. Who is going to tell the whole story? Not always. But the moment the word Arjun is uttered, then you get those virtues. Just like we say love, then love, quality of love generates in the mind. Similarly, Arjun also is a word or a name which bears virtues or which gives a message of those qualities. Arjun was a great disciple of Krishna, and he was one of the 5 brothers. There were 5 brothers in all, and they were all born through unification with God or divine beings. Their father was not a human being, just like Jesus Christ was born not through human contact. Then Arjun and his four brothers were not born to human fathers, they were born with divine contacts. And these divine beings were five elements, the devas or gods who govern the five elements like water, air, fire, earth, sky. These are five great elements: sky, air, then fire, water and earth. There is a arrangement of these things. First we begin from down, then earth is first, then water second, third is fire, fourth is air and fifth is sky. Or if you start from above, sky is first, then air, third is fire, fourth is water and fifth is matter or earth. And this is the story of creation, how it all came into existence. Then all the five brothers were representing five virtues, five gods or five divine elements. I won't go in detail, but Arjun was born of Indra. His father was a divine being known as Indra. Indra means a second to God. A second to God is in charge of heaven world. That is the concept. That he is in charge of the heavenly world. He rules in the heaven. Indra rules in the heaven. Means all prosperity, when it is on tip of your fingers, it is called heaven. In heaven, you don't have to work. You think and you will get everything. But mind must be very pure. If mind is very pure, then you will think of good things and good things will come. If mind is not pure, if mind is full of negativity or evil, then you will think of evil and evil will come. This is the concept of good and evil. That heaven is a place where everything is beautiful. And only those people can reach to heaven who have beautiful mind, who have purity in their mind. They don't have anything evil in their personality, then they can reach the heaven. And if mind is totally pure, then you deserve heaven. And heaven is ruled by Indra. And Arjun was an incarnation or a son of Indra. He was born with divine contact with Indra and the mother. The five brothers were born and their father was dead. And the human father was dead because human father had received a curse that the moment you meet a woman or try to have contact with a woman, you will die. Why? Because he had killed, while he was hunting in the forest, a couple, one of the animal couple. And the animal couple had given a curse because they were not real animals, they were disguised persons. They had disguised themselves into the form of animals, and when they were meeting together, at that time the king had shot one of them dead. And he got a curse that as you have given me pain by killing my partner, similarly, whenever you try to meet a woman, you will die immediately. Then he never dared to contact, and when he dared, he died. Therefore, the wife, with his permission, had invoked the blessings of God and got the children. She got 3, and the other wife, her co-sister or co-wife, she requested for children, and she gave that mantra, or she revealed that mantra to the second wife, and she got 2 children. Thus, there were 5 brothers. When they were growing up, there was one teacher who was teaching the 5 brothers plus those 100 brothers who had taken the kingdom. The rightful owner of the kingdom was the father of Arjun. But since he was dead, it passed on to younger brother. And younger brother was blind, Dhritarashtra. And Gita, in fact, is being told or related to Dhritarashtra, who is blind. Means Gita is for those who are mentally blind. Gita is spoken for those who are mentally ignorant, and to remove the ignorance of the mind or mental blindness, one should study Gita. And Dhritarashtra's children were called Kauravas, and they were in all 100 together. And 105, they were all studying under one teacher, and the teacher's name was, what was the name? Dronacharya. Dronacharya. He was teaching archery also, because in former days the teacher used to teach all the subjects. The teacher or guru was like a professor or teacher, and the students used to come to his residence. They will stay with the teacher and study. That was the old form of university. They used to come to study. Then one teacher found that Arjun is exceptionally clever. Then naturally he developed a kind of love for him, and he blessed him that may you become great. And one day when he was very much pleased with Arjun, he blessed him that may you excel everybody. Then he got that blessing, and Arjun became very confident that nobody else can excel because he got the boons or things. During their course of training, one day the teacher wanted to prove his excellence or wanted to test his pupils, that how far they have reached. And there was a test for all the students. And the teacher put a bird on the top of a tree and asked all his students to come with bow and arrow. And he said that you will not shoot the bird unless I permit you to shoot. First you have to answer all the questions which I pose. And every student was called one by one, and several questions were posed, and the student had to give answer. When other students came and they aimed at the bow and arrow, then they had to wait for the teacher to give them permission to shoot. And before giving permission, he would ask many questions. And his questions were, what do you see? Then many replied that I see the sky. Many replied that I see the tree. Many replied that I see the leaves. Many replied, I see everything. Then the teacher didn't ask them to shoot, because everybody was seeing everything inclusive of bird. They saw the bird, they were aiming at the bird, and teacher had said that you have to aim at the eye of the bird, nowhere else. The bow or arrow should penetrate the one of the eye of the bird and nowhere else. And when he asked questions, what do you see? Then they said that they see the bird, they see the tree, they see the leaves, they see the sky, and many other things, including the bird. When it was the turn of Arjun, and Arjun was asked questions, that what do you see? He said that he sees the eye of the bird. The teacher asked, what else do you see? He said, I don't see anything. When he asked, don't you see the body of the bird? He said, no. Don't you see the leaves? He said, no. Don't you see the tree? He said, no. Don't you see the sky? No, I don't see the sky. What do you see? I see only the eye of the bird. You don't see anything else? He said, no, I don't see anything else, just the eye of the bird and nothing else. Then he was allowed to shoot, and he shot and it penetrated the bird. And this type of concentration he had, that Arjun or mind should have only the object of meditation in front of itself, nothing else. If we see the object of meditation plus many other things, then it is not the right type of meditation. When we are seeing many things, then it doesn't matter when you see. For beginners, it doesn't matter. But if you really want to advance, then you should see only your aim, nothing else. What you are aiming at, that should be in front of the mind and nothing else. This was the teaching. And Arjun was a great archer. He was blessed and he was very clever. He had a sharp sense of concentration. And Arjun is famous as a good disciple also. This verse has been told to Arjun, or the whole Gita was repeated to Arjun. In the battlefield, Krishna and Arjun, they are together in a chariot and the dialogue is taking place. But this dialogue is for everybody. How Dhritarashtra is listening? Because Dhritarashtra was the ruling king, de facto ruler, de facto and de jure. De jure ruler was dead, or de jure were Arjun and his brothers, but de facto ruler was Dhritarashtra and his sons. And Dhritarashtra wanted to see what is happening on the scene of the battlefield. Then he had a friend, or Krishna had a friend, and Krishna bestowed the gift to Sanjay that he could see what is happening on the battlefield. He was sitting in the palace with the king, but while sitting with the king in the palace, he could see what is happening on the battlefield. Then probably it was television, some people say, or he had been granted a divine vision that he could see and he was reporting. So he is reporting, or he is repeating the whole thing to Dhritarashtra, and Dhritarashtra is listening to the discourse of Gita which is being told to Arjuna in the battlefield. Then there are two Gitas at the same time. One is being spoken by Krishna and Arjuna is the listener. At the same time, there is another speaker of Gita, and that is Sanjay, and Sanjay is speaking to Dhritarashtra, and Dhritarashtra is the listener. And at the same time, we have a third teacher also, and that is the writer of this book, who wrote this book, and he is telling this story. Then Gita is being recited by many people, and it will go on continuing that in coming times or present times or in past times, hundreds and thousands of people have recited Gita, and somebody is speaking and other people are listening. And we have done two verses. If you want to comment on these two verses, you are welcome. Because even one verse is sufficient, because it gives you the vision of future or ahead. There are two types of devotees, among who is the best and what practices are best. Though he says what is best, but in 12th chapter of Gita, Krishna has explained that both are created by me, both are dear to me, but this will happen to those who worship the non-form God, and this is the course for those who want to worship me as me, or with devotion, or in form. This chapter is known as Bhakti Yoga, means the yoga of devotion. And what kind of devotion you should have, that has been explained in the following verses. Hari Om Tat Sat. Now you speak.
Yesterday or this morning, we were talking about Krishna's universal form, and when Arjuna asked Krishna if he could see Krishna's universal form, Krishna gave him different sight of knowledge that in order to see the universal form. I've seen posters, I guess, of Krishna's universal form. And this was whole universe or something.
How was it? Because artists draw the picture on the basis of what is explained.
Yes, that's what I was wondering. What did Krishna say? Did he have to read more scriptures to learn of universal form?
No, you have to read the 11th chapter of Gita. 11th chapter of Gita describes. Where he says that I am everything. He is fire also.
Yes.
He is death also.
Yes. All of the little worlds all through
He is all the sages. He is Vyas. He is this. Means in every form, he is beside. God is in a lion also. And God is in you also. God is in crocodile also and in you also. Like that means. God is all pervading, is everywhere.
That was chapter 11.
Yeah, chapter 11. It is called Vishwarupa Darshan.
Vishwarupa.
Vishwa means world, Roop means form, Darshan means sight. He got the vision of the universal form. Your question is
Yes,
answered?
thank you.
What else? Any questions? Randy, you have questions here? No? Doesn't need to be regarding Gita. You are young, and when young people learn something, it will help you always. Because young age is beautiful, because you learn very quick anything. And something new is always amusing, interesting, and mind gets exercised. Any other questions? 2 minutes, yes?
In your Satyanarayana Prasad, you mentioned in last chapter the reincarnations of all these people, how they came back, and one of them was Krishna's friend, one of them was came back as Ram, and
Father of Ram.
father of Ram. And so they were there, and then after, what I'm trying to say is, their reincarnation of another reincarnation, right?
We have to seek truth, and truth is very complicated. And, how old is the earth? Billions of years? 4.5. 4.5 billion or more? Whatever. And do we have all the history recorded of 4.5 billion?
That number came from meteorites, which were formed at the same time. Seems the solar system was formed at the same time as the sun.
Anyway, yeah. But what I want to remind you that we see only a fraction of the truth. Only one little time we are living in, and we want at least all the truth in that little time. But time itself is like a big clock, very big, very huge time. And in that time, what is happening where and when, I think it is all not recorded. It's how many threads in this carpet, so many. And which one has got a bug or something, I don't know. We are not aware. Similarly, time span is too big. Or God is also some kind of energy which is too vast and too huge. We cannot assimilate, we cannot have all that in our brain. Then we are given a little time, we are given a little life, we are given a little land, we are given a little religion, we are given a little culture, and within that fold we are living. It's like you buy a dress for your child. It is a small dress when your baby is small. And within that dress he is growing. And at that time, that dress is his religion. He is growing within that. It is not useless, but within that he is always growing. And mind also goes on growing within the body. It goes on growing. And in many times, many things must have happened. And that philosophy is trying, people have tried to capture those philosophies, to have a glimpse of those eternity or eternal things. And the stories tell you, or try to give you a glimpse of that. How many things have happened? Who will know and how? I don't know my own self. If I write my own biography or a story, then I feel lost. It means where to begin and where to end, and what to write and what not to write. There are so many things. Even emotions, I cannot trust. You trust your emotions, I don't trust. Because in this moment, I am relating to you. In another moment, I will be relating to somebody else. Then my emotion at this moment could be different. When I look at Randy, my emotion switches off because he is young, new. And when I talk to Gerda and Slater, Then I switch off. Then when I talk to you, I switch on. Then what am I? I don't. Can you understand my problem? Problem or what am I? I am reflecting you all the time. As if there is no me within me, like a mirror. When I am with you, I have to see you. When I am with somebody else, then I have to teach you in your background. What you need, what is your circumstance, what you think. In that, under those conditions, I have to tell you. And teachers must have had great difficulties like that. Then they had a special rod of religion. I call it rod of religion. That, okay, one teaching is given to all. Go on study. Go on find it. Like this is also like that. Go on study. Do that. And it will answer. Because everybody is a being and is a glory of God. Or you have to explore more for your own self. And there had been many times, it gives the glimpse of time also. Like time is a rolling sheet. How? I like movies because the way they project computers, it reminds you of those things, isn't it? One whole, it goes on and fades into oblivion. How? Isn't it? Very close and then farther, no end. It is endless. Those endless things, they are projected, and that's why I like it. Otherwise, I don't like it. Because you get that feeling and you feel very comfortable with that because this is all fading away. And there have been many times, according to Hindu philosophy, they have explained it. If I had not read it before, I wouldn't be able to understand today. And so I feel grateful. If I had not read those things, it would have been very difficult for me to have a glimpse. Then many ages many cycles of times have gone by. Too many cycles. We are living in the 28th cycle according to their recorded history. Puran is a recorded history for them, which people say now that it is fairy tale. No, they say it is recorded history. And Vyas was not one person. In every age they were born. They say that in every age Ram was born, not one time. He took birth as Ram several times, in every cycle of time, like that. Then which cycle? Ganesh was not only in one time, but in many times. Means time is also divided into pieces, just like calendar, or years, or months, or hours, minutes. Similarly, the great time, the universal time, is also divided into many ages. And ages are two long periods, very long periods. What is one day of Brahma? I can never remember.
So there could be more Christians, more Ram, more Christ, and other times, right?
I don't worry. I don't worry because I don't want to know whether he was born or he was not. To me, this is real. What I benefit, that is reality for me. This has definitely helped me. Those stories have definitely helped me. As I explained to you that who is Arjuna. Means that feeling itself is Arjuna and it is still residing. Krishna is the universal God or higher self. He is eternal. And it can be many times. If I can cook bread, pita bread, many times, then why not Krishna can come many times? If we can have many slices of loaf, then why can't Krishna be millions and hundreds? I don't know. Let it be his business. Human mind is not equipped to know everything of God. But whatever little we know, that is enough for you, for your happiness, for your peace, for your enlightenment, to go ahead. What do you say? Did you hear anybody say like that? I don't believe. Yeah, I don't believe. Means let Krishna be here or there or many or one, I don't care. I care only for two things, which are better. And if I had not heard, I wouldn't develop that kind of emotion and devotion which helps me to study. That proper frame of mind was created. Because everything is frame of mind. You prepare a proper frame of mind, then you will be able to do it. You go on thinking that you are Queen Elizabeth. In that frame of mind, you get and achieve it. It helps to evaluate your own self. It helps to unfold your spirit. I feel the spirit is just like a cocoon. What do you call cocoon? Cocoon. What is cocoon? Cocoon.
It's a
Silken insect.
stage of an insect.
No, the silk insect. What is it called?
Worm, silkworm.
Silkworm.
Caterpillar, yeah.
Silkworm.
Make the cocoon
And
change.
as he is bound with all the silk thread, similarly the soul or human beings are bound by their own thoughts and circles. It has encircled them so much, so tight, that when the time of enlightenment comes, then you will cut through and get out of it, without caring whether silk is destroyed. We are all enwrapped with something. We are in pain. And that's why saints and sages, when they realize they are restless with all other things which give you comfort, they are burden to them. Money, power, position, which brings happiness. It brings restlessness. Yeah. But be practical. You have to go according to the will of God. Nowadays it seems in America, I feel, that it seems foolish to teach our religion. Isn't so? When I came, I felt like that, what have I to do with America? Because I don't have to remarry. People come here to marry, to have business, to have dollars, to have... I didn't need any of the three. Then what for God has brought me? And my only consolation was my Durga. What for? This is relaxation I'm talking, which is not it is not a place for renunciation. America, isn't it? When I enjoy, okay, let me have everything, and still I'm not with you. All around, but my heart is not in that. My mind is not in that. What do you think? Randy, you are the youngest spiritual seeker. Ready to walk on barefoot, is it?
Yeah, and what I think about keeping here.
There must be some reason. Yeah. What reason? I don't worry. Let God think. What?
Help your and your
okay, you be my guru and tell me what to do. I'll be happy. It becomes easy when what you have to do. Because I don't like many things. Having too many disciples and things that also doesn't. If you want to study, I'll be happy to teach. That's all. More than that, no. Other is amusement, entertainment. Yes, you enjoy. When you enjoy, I will see and enjoy. If you ask me to come, no, I don't. Amusement is good. If you sometimes it is good. What do you think? Sid?
Mind you're bringing wisdom from the East.
I'm telling you.
You're bringing wisdom and knowledge that...
But if there are no students, nobody wants to learn, then what? I have to run after them? No, I won't run.
No.
I won't run after them. If they want to study, yes. And I would like that. You should study. Even if you don't need it. This is my teaching. That even if you don't need it, just study. Because you are getting this opportunity. Later on you can do what you like. Because this helps. It has helped. Study it, keep it in your storage. When it is needed, you will be having. Or even if it will help you somehow. What do you think, Christy? Something new you are listening? Yeah.
I agree with like you're bringing wisdom right here. And you say you only teach it if people want to learn. Well, many people are so caught up in like money and trying to find a partner and all this stuff that they don't know that they want to learn, but deep down inside they have a desire to. And the more people that do learn, it brings a higher consciousness to the whole world.
What I feel that if this teaching comes to people, probably they will be saved from many problems. When they have problems and they cannot deal with it, they feel lost. Yes, it will help. It will help, definitely. Okay. Welcome for study. If anybody wants to study, I am willing to teach, even at the middle of the night or morning or evening, but somebody should learn. If you want to learn, then I am willing to. You be Arjun, then I'll teach. Yeah. Okay. Hari Om Tat Sat. Is it still working? Yes, please.
Continuing series of talks she has been giving on Raj Yoga topic, subject from Patanjali Yoga Sutras. The subject this morning will be enlightening the mind. Next one.
ॐ शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रम् अथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यां मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणम् अस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते यः उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ यश्छन्दसां ऋषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोभ्यो अध्यमृतात् सम्बभूव समेन्द्रो मेधया स्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासं शरीरं मे विचर्षणं जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्यां भूरि विश्रुवं ब्रह्मणः कोशोऽसि मेधया पिहितः श्रुतं मे गोपाय आवहन्ति वितन्वाना कुर्वाणा चीरमात्मना ॐ अमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा ॐ विमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा ॐ प्रमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा ॐ दमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा ॐ शमायन्तु ब्रह्मचारिणः स्वाहा ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ Good morning again. I'm going to initiate a topic which is very important for all beings of the world. We are all aware of our existence. We are all alive. We have a body. We live in the body. Though we enjoy the whole world through the body, through the five senses, and we want to live here longer than we are destined to, but there are some problems also. While we love life, why do we hate life also? People are bored, people have mental problems, people do wrong things, people are unable to control their own lives, they are unable to bring happiness to themselves, they are unable to achieve what they wish to. Then why this paradox exists in life? We should follow truth, and truth is always one way. If the world is full of happiness, then where is the existence of unhappiness? We should be truthful to ourselves. What do we think about life? If everybody takes a few moments every day or sometime from his life, busy life, and think about things seriously, I think it all can be sorted out. The problem probably is that we don't want to think, we don't want to face it, we don't want to do it. If somebody doesn't want to wake up, nobody can wake him up. It is a proverb that you can wake up somebody who is sleeping, but who is awake and doesn't want to wake up, then you cannot awake. He is already awake, he doesn't want to sleep, or he is not sleeping and he doesn't want to get up, doesn't want to wake up. It is up to him. And those who wish to make good of their life, they should preserve some beautiful thoughts in their pockets. I wish I could change your wallets. There should be two wallets. One should be for money and credit cards. The other should be for good thoughts only. I wish to open a bank and become a millionaire. That good thoughts deposit bank. We should have good thoughts. Anybody has good ideas, good thoughts. Let him not keep it for himself, but share with others. And what is a good thought and what is a bad thought, there will be struggle and battle. God has made all of us free. And if we have any problem, then we have created it. That is the first wisdom which we should have, that we are ourselves responsible for happiness and sorrows both. Can you sit down, ma'am? Yeah. You, little ma'am. Yeah. This is a lecture room, not a sleeping room. If you are tired, go to the bedroom or restroom. Restroom is toilet, is it? Okay. Our thoughts are our energies. One does not live by bread alone, but he walks and lives by his faith. And faith is not as you think today, not only like churches preach it, but faith is a word. It has its own meaning, and in that meaning we have to take it. That faith means you have to have faith in yourself. You have to have faith in your friends. You have to have faith in your parents. You have to have faith in your brother citizens. If we have good thoughts, if we really trust people, then they will become trustworthy. And it is up to us to build a world we like. We are responsible for each and every action, each and every moment of happiness and sorrow, and for each and every thought movement. How our thoughts are moving. Just like you. I remember Baruna's front end loader. What is the name? I don't know. It is coming in front of me and I must run away, otherwise he will lift me up, as movies show. Or they walk over people, dump. I saw something that they dump people in that garbage. That is the movie. they showed 2 days ago. I see only a part because the whole story I don't know. What happened, that I don't know. But when I switch on, I see a glimpse of something. And I saw that human beings are being dumped by the bad guy. And if we do like that and create things like that or think like that or even we see it, what kind of impression we will have in our own subconscious mind. The subconscious, the unconscious stores everything. And very few people will have a lighter or matchstick or gas that they will burn away all the bad sanskaras and retain the good one. We see many things, we hear many things, we do many things. And sometimes they are good, sometimes they are not good, sometimes they are of medium type. And one has to analyze himself, sift his thoughts. Whatever thoughts or impressions or experience one has gathered, he has to sift it, sort it out, and reorganize it. What is garbage, what is not needed, that should go in the waste paper basket. It should be thrown away. And what is valuable, you think that you will be using it in future, it will help you, that must be preserved and preserved with codes. It should be coded. You should know that this is being preserved. And I will need it under such circumstances. If I keep a carbon paper, I have to remind myself that this carbon paper is for making copies and I should place it here. Suppose I kept carbon paper and when I need it, I don't remember even, I don't get it, then there's no use of keeping anything. And thoughts also need reorganization. Mind also needs analysis. We need to look back and see ourselves. We need to look back, stand face to face to ourselves or stand in front of such a mirror which will show us our thoughts. The mirror shows your face and your cosmetics and your hairstyle and your dress style and jewelry, but it doesn't show your thoughts. Then you have to have a mirror in front of you which will show your thoughts, which will let you review your own self, what you have stored within and what you need to store, what you don't need to store, which should be thrown out, which should be preserved. And this is to be learned. This is an art. And this art comes by knowing the mechanics of meditation. So far we have very vague ideas about meditation, very vague thoughts about mind. Nobody is definite and certain about his own self. Nobody nowadays wants to commit himself to anything. Nobody wants to be adult. Nobody wants any responsibility. This is a new trend of younger generation, that nobody wants any kind of responsibility or adulthood or commitment. And this will weaken the mind. There is no harm, but when you take up any responsibility, when you decide that I'll see that it is done, it gets through, it will be completed, then you are helping yourself. You are making your mind strong. You can buy lots of food and property and money and gold and rubies and diamonds and sapphires and other things. But when mind is gone, it's very hard to mend it. It cannot be fixed properly. The modern treatment is only drugs or medicines. They make you feel okay, but as soon as the effect of medicine is gone, again you are the same person. It's not a cure. And it is a great responsibility of each and every citizen to see that his brother is also good, his sister is also good, or friends are also good, or wherever you come in contact, that also is good. Because otherwise, nobody can live all by himself. It may seem all right, but that was only like fencing for you. If there is an aggressive dog, then you will chain him. I feel that human beings are also aggressive and they need to be chained by the cities or laws or governments or so many rules and regulations, because The moment one gets a chance, he will break all those normal conditions or good things. They will not follow the good things by themselves. That's why laws are made. The laws means that we are not good people. We don't see goodness by ourselves, and therefore there are laws. Then there should be a state of being or existence where man is good by himself. Man is good by his hybrid culture. Man is good by his own basic divine nature. Not that somebody has chained him, tied him, or fenced him so that he doesn't attack anywhere else. And this is the state to bring, or at least we have to aspire for it. Or we have to look ahead. We have to look ahead, and there is only one thing which one can love and find peace, and that is called virtues. Virtues only will give you good satisfaction, not money. Though money is also good, but it is only a medium of exchange. It is only a medium to carry something. It is a medium to get your wishes fulfilled. It is not gold by itself. Money is only an arrangement to exchange. And this arrangement is very good, best arrangement, that you cannot carry your house to California. Then better give it to somebody and take money in exchange and buy another. In ancient time or olden times, we used to barter. But barter system is also limited to local things. You can barter your grains with fruits or vegetables, but not you can barter something which is in Europe and in America. It's impossible to do, though still these laws are being applied, like stocks are exchanged, or many things are, money is exchanged, or dollars are exchanged, that you keep the dollar there, and there you get pounds or something. Our thoughts are our wealth. Our mind is most precious, and it should not be played away or wasted or destroyed. And this subject is very important, therefore we will study this subject systematically. And if you have patience for 6 months or 1 year, then I'll be able to control or educate it. When I teach something seriously, I have several conditions. And you know that we should have the same student always. Somebody drops in and he has not known previous thing and asks any question. Then there are no questions. It cannot be replied because you have not gone step by step. And what is being taught, that we have to learn first. Because without knowing the terminology of a subject which is technical, how would we understand? Every subject has its own terms, definite terms. And if we are not trained to think like that, then we won't be able to understand the subject. We will not have the grasp. Like many words are used in many different fields, but they have different terms. In money market, they carry different meaning. And in a spoken language, we use them differently. And it cannot be equated. Therefore, we need a vocabulary. If there is no vocabulary, if we don't understand what it means or why it is used, then it will be difficult. Then we have to have a vocabulary to communicate what exactly it means or should be taken as. If we compare with other things, then it won't fit in. Like your dress will not fit somebody else. Similarly, when we talk about Raj Yoga or mental science, then we have to learn its own terminology and how the word is treated, what it is, with what meaning it has been packed. And that you will get out of that word or baggage. And this is also important, and sometimes we find it very difficult to translate in English. The words have their own character, personality. And if they are translated, you have to use one paragraph to explain it, which only one word explains. Like computer, you press one button and it gives you a whole list. Just by pressing one button, it gives you a whole list. Similarly, these are also terms, code words, which are packed with certain feelings or understanding, and we have to understand those things. Now, we'll start with Raj Yoga. It is called Raj Yoga. Raj means a kingdom. In Christianity, I often hear about kingdom. Lord Christ had to establish a kingdom, and they interpret it as material kingdom. But actually it is a kingdom of heart or kingdom of love, not of material possessions. But Raj means a kingdom. And Yoga means unification or joining yourself with the higher self. We will not discuss anything which are known as fundamental teachings or something else, because go to that person who is a master of it. But we are born in our time and we are seeing so many things. Means science has advanced so much that it has brought people together. When people had no means of communication and transportation, or not improved means of communication and transportations were available, it was a small family, it was a small clan, it was a small tribe, it was a small village, or it was a small state, and people could live there, and if somebody goes wrong, then there is only one person going wrong, not 99%. Only few people go wrong, and rest are okay like that. But now means of communications have brought people together from all corners of the world. We are all assembling from all corners of the world. Apparently, one can condemn anybody, but nobody knows why we are here. I myself don't know. I know that I didn't want to stay in America, but I did want to see it. I had a desire to see it. Then how people are brought from which corner of the world, that is also a divine plan, I feel. Just like pollination, that birds take the pollens and from their feet or beak, or no, knowingly or without knowing, seeds or pollen, it is all being done. And we have to have faith in some divine organization, divine hierarchy, which is very, very high. And it is bringing people together. Apparently, you may condemn, why am I here? Or people can say, or we can say. But nobody has actually a control over it. Government is trying to. But still, government will not be able to fence the boundary completely, because it is such a vast country. You can't put fencing or you can't put guards everywhere. And from which corner they will come, nobody knows. How the life came to the planet of Earth, that is also a subject. When was the first time when life came here? How did it come? From where it came? Anybody knows? Was there life from the very beginning? There could have been a desert here, nothing here, but how the life cells were brought here? Yeah, Abdullah, you want to say something?
Well, I think there's a lot of theories.
Yeah, long period.
There's a lot of theories.
A lot of theories.
I could mention some of the theories, but I can't prove it.
You can't prove. We can't prove small little things. We don't remember even little things. What happened yesterday, day before yesterday, or 2 years before. Just major events we remember. That also in parts, not the whole thing. Then how can we have the memory of billions of years and millions? No, we cannot have. And life has been brought here from somewhere in the beginning, now it is propagating itself. Similarly, people are coming from different corners, and everywhere I see the same thing happening in all the lands, not only to America. In India also, we have so many refugees, millions. Here it is only hundreds and thousands. I think Palm Bay, we are sitting in Palm Bay. Then what is the population of Palm Bay? 48,870 or something. And it used to be only 6,000 in 1962. And in 1980, it was 30,000 when or before I came, when I came, it was 30,000 or something. Now it is more. Though people are being attracted or they are being invited by tourism and other things, but it is something inherent in us also, which makes us move, which makes us go. When you see an insect, it has no legs, a small insect, and it moves by itself, by contracting his body and goes there. I feel there is shrinking in our own mind, and that makes us move or pulsate and move ahead, and people are drawn to different things. There is a basic nature or design, or it is inherent in your genes or body cells that you will act and react differently. But we have some power within ourselves which gives us liberty to change ourselves or control ourselves or think voluntarily and move voluntarily. We have a free will. This free will always lets us do what we want to a certain extent. I can make a cup of tea, but if I want to fly without wings, I can't fly, I'll fall down. And there are certain things we can do, and certain things we are not yet ready to do it. But I do believe that by having learned all the lessons of this world in many lives, which is not complete in one time, we will be of other nature. Our nature will completely change, our mind will completely change, and will belong to some other planet, not to this planet. As long as we have faith in matter, we belong to the matter. When we realize completely, thoroughly, honestly, that this is not all what we need or we are, there is something more to that, then when that consciousness begins to dawn and this belief becomes a reality for you, then you won't belong to this earth. These things are far-fetched. We don't see it immediately. That's why we have no faith, or people don't believe it. But by a little step, we have to reach to that stage. Now we will start with Raj Yoga, which is known as Kingly Yoga. Raj means kingdom, Yoga means unification. Raj word is used, or kingdom is used, because of a historical event. Not a event, but its historicity, how it evolved. Ancient people had designed a style of life that we must have departmental things. And everybody cannot do everything. This is true even today. We cannot be everything in one life. Then let us have a proper arrangement of life. Let us divide our work, that you do this work, I do that work, and you do that work, and so we will live together happily. Everybody cannot be a teacher, because to be a teacher, you have to learn a lot. You have to practice a lot. Then you can be a good teacher. The schools are open, but today's schools' problems are that nobody really wants to teach. The teachers who are employed in the schools, they don't really want to teach. They are always attracted by the millionaires, business people, that they earn without earning. Without doing anything, they are earning a lot. Then teachers are in competition with money. They work only for money, not with an interest to teach. Nobody wants to be patient with children. Sometimes own mothers are not patient. They have no time. They are busy making things. Or even if they are busy, then also sometimes they can't take good care of children or something. And teaching is most difficult job. Then it was arranged that some people who are intellectually high, who have a better grasp, they should only teach. And they should not get involved into money business. Then society should provide them whatever they need. They must be given highest respect in the society. And still I believe that only one compensation can make a teacher good teacher if you respect him. Otherwise there is no compensation, because money cannot reward a teacher. Money will get him involved into something. And teachers are very much needed in the world. Good teachers are very much needed, because if you have a good person, even without being taught, you will learn. I have experienced it. Not taught. Without being taught, you will learn. It is a silent teaching. It is an instance. Just by the sight you can get messages and have inspiration. Not many words or lots of volumes are needed to be studied. Just presence or just a glimpse or just an awareness, that will also bring. Yeah, that will also teach. And teachers are very important, and this category is being neglected. We have, in the beginning, people try to give proper training to teachers. Teachers training colleges were established, or teachers training system started. But now, in spite of all that training which teachers get, still teachers are not good teachers. They themselves get involved into drugs and many other bad habits or many other things. Then such a teacher cannot be a good example. And teaching is very important, and teachers should be selected, or those who are inclined to teach. Mentally, they are alert, because everybody's mind may be equal in weight, flesh weight, but it is not the same. It cannot be the same. Some people think differently, grasp differently, while as other people don't. Some are very much into flesh things, and some are very much into thought things, not flesh things. The teacher should be a good mind or pure mind, which will set a good example for the students. And teacher should be respected in the society that they design. That teacher's class should be a separate class, because many things you can't learn by memorization. It is too much to learn. And this is the problem of today's children, that they are being taught so much that it weighs heavy on their mind. They cannot assimilate all which is being taught to them. And how to learn? It is an art to learn. From childhood one has to. The school starts from the womb, not after birth or when you go to the school. Teaching starts with parents. Parents should behave properly so that the child's brain is being formed in a proper way. When people are taking drugs and having child, they are deformed children. And no father, no husband should ever take drugs. When they are taking drugs, it will go into the blood and brain of the child. And why people are so careless, I can't understand sometimes. Sometimes it is puzzling to me. Even wise people who think big and talk a lot, still they are involved into such petty things, which is condemned by all. Even government condemns, everybody condemns, still people get involved into it. How it happens, this is amazing to me. Maybe I'm not, I don't fit in the society. That's why probably I'm a monk, because my thinking is separate. This doesn't mean that I don't know anything or I can't do anything. I can do everything and anything and all things, but my mind is not into that. Why people take drugs, why people have weaknesses, why people can't do good things. This is quite ununderstandable to me. And that makes me believe that I don't belong to this planet. This is a firm faith in me. I always felt from my childhood that I have just come here and I am a girl. What will I do here? That was my first awareness. What will I do being a girl? Consciousness also has class or society, just like you have here class. People say that it is democracy, but actually I don't see any democracy, because there is a class system, rich and poor. There is something here, that not this and not that. And nobody can be blamed, because no two people are alike. And some people who are inclined towards teaching, they should be teachers. Then other people who are not inclined towards teaching, but they have love for people, they are friendly for people, those people should be in charge of management and protection, peace and order. That was a lifestyle, or should be a lifestyle. Some people should be in charge of protection. We need protection from weather or other people or wild animals or many things. Then those who are physically strong and they have be members of this society, then that should be a separate class. And third, that class is known king and his government and people, all those. The Raj Yoga word came from kings. The intellectuals who were in the line of teaching, for them it was easy to realize many things because they could take their mind high up and experience it. But for the kings who were powerful in administration, the whole wealth of the world belonged to them. They also felt that we should realize ourselves. What can we do? Because we are always busy in material world, peace, maintaining peace and order, management and other things. Then the kings thought how to realize our own self. We are always busy. Then at night when they will come back to their palaces, they will sit down and think over the problems of life and death and world and God and other things. And they thought that there should be a way out, that everybody can reach Godhood. And they practiced something, they designed something, they invented something, and they hit something, like you are digging and you hit gold coins or something, or oil or something. Similarly, by their sincere pursuit, they came to realize about the powers of the mind, that the body can live in the world, but at the same time we can promote the power of the mind, and through mind we can penetrate the higher realms, higher worlds, higher kingdoms. And those higher kingdoms don't belong to this world, but they are higher state of mind, and that is the kingdom. That's why the yoga was named as Raj Yoga or Kingly Yoga. Raj means kingdom and Raja means king. Because it belonged to king who had kingdoms, it was called Raj Yoga. Besides, mental science is also is called Kingly Yoga or Mental Yoga or Raj Yoga because it is a higher state of living. Physically, everybody is living. Even animals also feed their body, they bathe their body, they procreate and sleep. Then these 6 things are normal even to animals. Every life does that. Then what is new in human life? If human life is only for living, eating, drinking, sleeping and procreating, then what is new to it? Only new thing is that man has a mind and he can apply his mind to different fields, and he can design things, he can manipulate things, he can create things, he can destroy things. Then his mind is perfectly within his control if he doesn't misuse it. But mind or brain is also a kind of instrument. If we stretch it too far, if we misuse it, if we mishandle it, then it can also be broken, which is happening. Many mental problems are maybe because of wrong food, maybe because of wrong atmosphere where they are being brought up. Maybe they learn from somewhere. It could be food chemistry which has caused their mind, or some kind of accident or physical injuries, or maybe bad backgrounds. There could be many reasons for mental restlessness. And why mind goes wrong? Before it goes wrong, we know that mind is very simple, but it doesn't know anything. We do not know how to apply it. We learn something through our parents, through the society, through the schools, through books, through other sources. But in spite of all the learning, we still are not aware of the inner working of the mind. Even psychology has not been able to explain the inner working of the mind. Then how to reconstruct the mind? Mind needs a careful study or handling or beautification. If we leave it as it is, it will be like animal's mind or anybody's. It will go by itself. But it will have happiness and sorrows both. Good and bad both. Just like wild growth, forest is beautiful, but man brings those seeds and plants as a garden, designs a garden. Then that is man-made garden, beautiful garden. Similarly, mind has potentials, but it needs a little trimming or education or reconstruction or reculturing. It needs to be recultured. And we will study how to reculture the mind if we wish to. Hari Om Tat Sat. This is all for today as an introduction only. It's not all, but it will continue. And now I invite questions and answers. If anybody wishes to express his views, thoughts, ideas, welcome. Gerda?
Enjoy listening to you. Because it speaks from my soul. Everything you say, I feel the same way. I often feel I'm on this world, but I'm not off this world.
Yeah.
I often wonder, well, what am I doing here?
You have a nice haircut.
Oh, please, don't. Somebody messed me up.
Okay.
Well, this touches on Theosophy too and Rush Yoga.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a student of Rush Yoga on my own. I taught for many years ago.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful subject.
Yeah. It is named as yoga, but I call it common sense also. Or give it any name. But in India, it is known as yoga. Yoga means unity with your heart self. Okay.
And this comes when you started out by saying, when was the first human here? How did it start? When? Nobody knows. Well, now I learned that it always was. There was no beginning and there is no end. It just is.
Yeah.
And we don't know with our minds. Maybe when we go back to the other side, things become a little clearer.
Yeah, I will reserve my views. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else wants to speak? Judy? I'll be leaving immediately. Actually, some appointment today. And then I'll come back. You stay here, and I'll come back in an hour. Then we will go to Jupiter. Okay. Dan, Lawrence, and Christy. Christy, Lawrence? No. What is your last name? McCain. Christy McCain. If you always come in blue, and then I'll always know you. But the moment it changes, I don't know. But Larry, I can always recognize now. I don't forget. And behind you? Ed. What is your last name? Zubak.
Yeah,
Zubak. Is it Polish or Russian or?
Polish.
Polish. Z has been adopted by Polish people, isn't it? More common Z. In other languages it is less Z. Do you know Polish? I have been to Poland once.
No, I don't know Polish.
Your parents were Polish.
My father was.
Father was. And what is your profession?
My profession?
Mm.
Right now, I'm a student at O'Galley, and then I'm going to go to college, and then might become some kind of scientist or teacher.
Scientist. Good. And you are planning to be what? You are a friend of Melissa, is it? Christy.
I'm not sure.
Hmm?
I'm not sure. Going to college.
High school, is it? Graduate. Okay, Peggy, you want to say a few words? You should come once a month. What do you think? It is too much?
No, for a while I was working Saturday, and then it is too much. And then every chance to have more than 2 or 3 days off.
Varuna always remembers you that Peggy will mow the lawn. And Peggy says that I love to mow.
Okay.
Do you love to mow? You must have been a horse in your last life. Master M is on horse, is it? A vehicle, I mean. Okay. Anybody else? What is your philosophy, Judy? Arabic, Muslim, Allah.
No?
Good. We are now complete. She is Allah. I am from India, and we are international family. She is from England. He is from Canada. We are complete family. World is our family. Abdullah, you are from Arabia?
Yeah, my father.
Your father. But you were born here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then we have two people from Arabia, Miss.
It's been to my house and Sharon for many years.
And where is Mark Schneider, who introduced? He took me a surprise at your home first time. I've been only once, isn't it?
Yes, but I wish you'd come.
Yeah, I would like to come more often. Okay. Next time in August. Can you pick me up and drop me?
Yes, I would be happy to work on your portrait in person.
That is your department, but my department is I want to visit sometime. I want 30 people so that I can have lunch at 30 people's place. Then it will be a perfect constellation, moon constellation.
Okay.
One day Varuna, one day Shama, one day Gesha, one day Marji, one day Vin, like that. It makes one family, it is like a chain. It unites people. That's why monks are needed. You can't come everywhere, but I am representing you everywhere. Okay, where is Chip?
I think his parents might have come or something. Something like that. Should I close them?
They are here?
Maybe they did come.
They did come? Then they should have been brought here and welcomed and so. What is that kind of secretary I have? Yeah, go and bring them here. If they are here on time. Yeah.
Mother, are you teaching Raj Yoga again?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to start the classes?
Are you paying me?
I'll pay you. Gladly.
Yeah, they all. First time I took that I'll charge $500 for 1 year. So that people are serious. And I also get some money to do my charitable work which I'm doing. And it can be what you call fly today and pay later. Pay later. Just like mortgage companies do it. Go on paying whole life, 30 years. 30 years, who is going to live? I am go on paying 30 years. Unreal to the real. From darkness to light. From death to immortality. May all be happy. May all be peaceful. May all be enlightened and cultured. May all attain perfection. May peace be established in the three bodies of man. May peace be established in the three worlds. May peace be established everywhere. May truth be our religion. May service be our worship. May knowledge be our breath. May world be our family. May yoga be our way. May our eyes see happy and noble things. May our ears hear happy and truthful words.
May our ears hear happy and truthful words.
May our tongues be sweet and truthful.
May our tongues be sweet and truthful.
May our bodies be divine instruments.
May our bodies be divine instruments.
May noble thoughts come to us
May noble thoughts come to us
from all corners of the universe.
from all corners of the universe.
May we never leave God.
May we never leave God.
May God never leave us.
May God never leave us.
Om, peace and love.
Om, peace and love.
Om, peace and health.
Om, peace and love.
Om, peace and enlightenment.
Om, peace and enlightenment.
Hari Om. Have a good day. Where are they? Have they arrived or not yet? Okay, we'll meet outside then. Okay.